welcome to another edition of the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters, heads up, it's right here, baby. I am Michael Edd, a.k.a. Hamilton Mike, along with my partner, who hates when I throw stuff, Brian the Ranger Retard. We're bringing you another special that we just keep dreaming up and keep throwing at you.
You know, I'm not insured for this. Like,
well,
if you hit me, I'm not really insured.
Well, I'll trust you up like a goalie next weekend. Shut your mouth. Today we're going to start another special. It's called How to Beat the Birds. We're going to talk every week about how to beat those unbeatable Philadelphia Eagles right now. They're 3-0 this week. Well, last week they had a bye week. This week on the road to Detroit. And on the line from Motown is our correspondent for the Detroit Lions, Big Edd Thompson. Ed, are you on the line?
Yes, I am. Hi there.
Attaboy, attaboy. Can't wait to talk some Lion football. This should be interesting. All right. Ed, let's talk about the Detroit Lions this week. What do you think they're going to really is the big point of them, how they're going to beat the Eagles this week? What do they have to do?
Okay, well, a multitude of things. Because they haven't played well all year. Even in their long victories, they haven't played to their best potential. So I said to beat the Eagles, well, first of all, let me talk about the Eagles. they own Detroit because last Thanksgiving, Detroit beat them pretty bad and like 45-14.
Yeah, it was ugly.
So I'm sure that they want some vengeance. So for Detroit to pull off this miracle, everyone is going to have to play their part better than they had all season. They're going to have to give Carson some looks that he's not used to with the inexperience, even though he seems like he's been playing for years. I'm sure there are some looks they can get him that kind of throws him off a bit. And they need to be able to put some pressure on the quarterback. They haven't really been able. One player has been very good. I think he's like second in sacks. He's Kerry Hyder. He popped up from out of nowhere. But he's going to have help, and there's going to have to be pressure on the quarterback because he's really doing his thing. And on the offensive side, they Golden Tate is going to have to play like Golden Tate.
Yeah,
he's going to. We haven't really seen Golden Tate this year. He's going to have to really step up. They're going to have to. I'm not sure what they could do as far as tight end because Ebron is out, I believe.
That's correct. Yes.
He's usually a matchup problem for the opponent. But he's not playing. More likely, they have to be a guy to step off, coming off the bench that haven't gotten that much playing time already. And then they got Zach Ertz. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's like he was the fourth running back on the depth chart.
Yep.
And he's going to get a lot of touches, but he's actually good. He's pretty good, whether running or passing or blocking. So he's going to have to show. He's going to have to really show out because this Eagles defense, you guys, they're not messing around. So it's going to take a great game, a great communication between players. Everything has to be in sync, unlike the previous games, and that's very hard to pull off, I see.
I think where they're going to struggle in this game, Ed, is the fact that they haven't run the ball really well all year. I mean, Theo Riddick's been their leading rusher, just 122 yards so far this year. That's obviously not going to get the job done. I mean, they've relied a lot on Marvin Jones and Eric Ebron, to your point, and I think that Golden Tate will have to play a bigger role in this game because Ebron's not there. Wouldn't surprise me to see Golden Tate play a little more slot against the Eagles and kind of leave Jones and Bolden to the outside. What are your thoughts on this running game? I know they're missing Abdullah, but is this going to be an issue as far as trying to make sure the Eagles D doesn't know it's a pass play every time?
Well, actually, the first couple of weeks, the running game wasn't that bad. It was when Abdullah got hurt.
Yeah.
That really threw everything off. Like the first week, they didn't if you look at the average per rush for certain players, they didn't do a bad job running. they just rely more on the pass. It wasn't because the runner was ineffective. That just their scheme against the teams they were playing. But Abdullah being hurt, that really hurt him. And then the rookie we had out, he was very good in the preseason, but when it came to, well, actually he was good in the season too, like the first or the second game, but he got hurt too. So Theo really is getting more carries, and he was stuffed a lot because of the offensive line and other blocking assignments. The blocking hasn't been that great. And to address the run game, you got to address the blocking. And that's been off and on. You know, and once you start off and you don't run good at the beginning, then there's the rest of the game, you're going to have to pass your way back into to make the game close. You know, like, they'll fall behind when they can't run. So they'll have to rely on the pass heavily. So they got to start off running from the jump.
You know, you talk about this. You know, you talk about this offense, Ed. Whether they got some good names there: Marvin Jones, Golden Tate. You got Anquan Bolden, who's serviceable to a point. The running game's in a little bit of shambles right now. But I think the biggest problem that they're running into the Detroit Lions and staff are getting the ball out to people too is the third downs. I mean, third downs, the Lions right now are 47% on third downs, or 31st in the NFL. You're not going to win a lot of games, if any at all, being 31st in the league. San Francisco can tell you about that. So with that, I mean, like you said, Kerry Hyder on defense is going to have to step up a little bit. He's second in the league behind Von Miller in sacks right now. What can this defense do that they haven't done all year to keep them in this game?
Well, for one thing, real quick on that third down efficiency, they had too many penalties on third down.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to get to.
They'll be 3rd and 1, and then hold it. 3rd and 1, false start. It keeps happening. It's amazing. Like, third down is the penalty down. So that really messed their third down efficiency. But as far as what do they do on defense, they're going to have to change their scheme as far as blitzing. Last week they tried blitzing the cornerback, and it actually worked for that one play. But they're going to have to do more blitzing instead of the typical blitz a linebacker here or there, or change the rush on the end. They're going to have a whole nother scheme.
Yeah,
either they do it this game, or they're going to have to do it the rest of the season, because what they've been doing isn't working.
Yeah, I think missing DeAndre Levy is going to be a big hole for the Lions to fill here. But so I mean, and looking ahead to this game against the Eagles here, Ed, I mean, you know, the Eagles' offense has been an interesting offense to start the season. They haven't turned the ball over, which is definitely a plus, but they're also playing a bit of a vanilla offense. They're not really asking Wentz to do a whole lot, which makes sense. I mean, he's a guy in his third NFL game. Who are you most concerned about? I mean, obviously we'll take Wentz out of the equation, but of that offense, I mean, who do you think might have the biggest game for the Eagles offensively?
It's got to be the quarterback. Reason why I say, like against the Lions particularly, all of the quarterbacks that Detroit has faced had over 100% or 100 quarterback rating on the secondary. So it's hard for me to imagine not being, you know, if they have whoever has the biggest game. They got to be the quarterback, or along with the tight ends.
Yep.
That's been a big problem, even from last year. Defending the tight ends, the communication on the defense, the tight ends keep getting the Detroit Lions. So I say Thompson Wentz, including anybody, the guy off the bench playing tight end. He's having the biggest game on offense for the Eagles.
We did feel that Zach Ertz was a start for fantasy this week. I think you're echoing that sentiment. It's going to be someone to really keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, and wanted to ask you too, Ed, up there, since you're in the Detroit area and you've got a real pulse of the team, what is the reaction to everybody about Caldwell being the coach up there? I know he's on the hot seat, But I guess my question to you is, can Detroit turn this thing around, whereas Caldwell's not on the hot seat anymore, or is he pretty much, just hanging out until at the end of the season until he gets fired?
Well, I think they won't say it, but I think he's now in the hot seat. And actually, he was last year.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. But they kept winning all the rest of the games. Actually, last time we talked, I predicted they would start off slow. And they will pick it up, through the season. I don't know why it's like they just, it's been like that since Wayne's time. They start off slow. They talk about a coaching problem, then here they go, start winning. But the main reason I say that now is because there are key injuries to the team. And the coach is not preparing them, the backup, all the coaches, not just the head coach. I don't think they're adjusting to those guys being injured. Levy being hurt, that's one of your best defenders. DeAndre, I mean, come on. And I think he was an NFC leader in sacks last year. So those are two key guys. So you got to prepare you got to work with our depth. And if they can't step it up with the guys, can't step it up, that's not helping the coach. And I mean, that's pretty much, he won't be around if they don't.
So
I'm not sure he's they're really getting ready to go out there and battle like they should. The football mentality, the killer instinct, I'm not sure if he's bringing that out of them.
So, Ed, looking at this game from a Detroit fan perspective, the main focus, I guess, on Detroit this week is, like you said, moving Carson Wentz around, giving him some different looks and everything. But offensively, where do you see attacking the Eagles more? I think, and I ask you, do you agree with this or not? I think you definitely get Eric Ebron involved going across the middle with the tight end, and I think you got to get the ball back to Golden Tate to get him involved in this game. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, but the thing is, Ebron's hurt. I don't think he's going to play.
Okay. I know he was questionable. I don't know if he was definitely not playing that.
And I did. I was saying that about Golden Tate using him. But also, let's not forget they do have Anquan Bolden.
Yeah.
I think he had 6 catches last year. He was effective. He's a reliable. He has reliable hands.
Yeah. He's definitely a guy they got to turn to right now, a veteran.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know about too many deep passes because I don't see the defensive line allowing that much time.
Right.
But they can continue to also, continue to use their running backs as receivers. Not necessarily the screen play, but do a few bump and runs because they are really good at that. And I don't know why they haven't been doing that much the last couple of games. But Riddick is a great receiver out of the backfield, and Zach Ertz is an underrated receiver out of the backfield that I think people will sleep on. I think even the Eagles might sleep on just a little bit because he hasn't been getting that much playing time. But spreading the ball basically is what I'm saying. The ball has to be spread out, and that's Jim Cooler's style. They have to do that.
So, Ed, as we wrap this up, we're going to put you on the spot here. Will your Lions beat the Birds this week?
No.
Bruce, appreciate
I love his objectivity.
That's fair. I mean,
do you have any predictions, Ed, for the game score-wise?
Well, I think we will see the Lions' potential as we always do, but a lot of times they keep the game tighter than it needs to be. Like previous games, they kept the game too tight against Chicago, who they should have beaten.
Exactly.
They kept it tight against the Titans, who they should have beaten.
Yeah.
And they managed to come back on Green Bay, lost by 7. But it has been an inconsistent game. They haven't been consistent all season. So what I'm saying is, I don't see that changing just yet. Not without guys who's key players who's missing that they're used to playing with.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Ed, in my prediction, I think it's, like you said, a close game with the Eagles in Detroit. I don't think Detroit pulls it out, though. I think they fall short again, which has been the trend so far this year. I'm going to say 27-24 that the Detroit Lions. I don't think the Eagles blow Detroit out. I mean, on paper they probably should, but I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I think Detroit hangs in there, and they just, I hate to say that, but they find a way to lose. So
that's so
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's magical. You know, and how can we lose this? There's always something, a new way. Then they might lie on the rest. That's not good.
Yeah.
They like to snatch defeat from the hands of victory.
Exactly. Well, as we wrap this up, I want to thank our affiliate in Detroit, Edd Thompson, for getting on such short notice. We appreciate it, Ed, getting on, talking about Detroit with us. We really do. So Ed, yep. Thanks for getting on. We will talk to you in a little bit. So again, thanks for watching the Sports Box on our new special, How to Beat the Birds. So we got some new stuff coming. Keep an eye out.
And of course, at Sportsbox Show on Twitter, thesportsboxshow@gmail.com on email. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're everywhere. Make sure you find us.
We're everywhere. God forbid you please find us, for crying out loud. And remember, at the Sports Box, the only opinion that matters. Still right here. Thanks for watching, folks. See you.
Don't forget to subscribe.